just going to talk about a little bit about my experience, how I got to the status of my job position at the moment. I'm a civil engineer, quantity surveyor. I work for Network Rail, and I work for a consultancy at the moment. So, if I just quickly fast forward into the second year of university, while I was in university, my whole aim of university was just to get it finished as soon as possible. I did not want to stay there any longer. I just wanted to finish up university. But what I didn't appreciate was the faster I finished, the faster I was going to the job centre. At the time, there was not many jobs around. So the next question was, my mother forced me to do a placement year. Inshallah, at the time I was at university, there was a lot of companies coming to my university. So I wasn't really too keen on doing a placement year. And there was questions like, is the work going to be like slave labour? Is it going to cost me a little bit of money? Am I going to just waste my time? Are my friends going to graduate before me? Am I going to go to the third year with strangers? I wasn't really too keen on it, but inshallah, as a Somali, you have to listen to your parents, and especially your mother, so I was forced to do my placement year. Fortunately, that turned out to be one of the best things in my life, inshallah, because that placement year for me meant I was paid really well, contrary to what I believed. It was an all expenses. I was working in a good experience in London on a project, the Shepherd's Bush project, and it meant that I had a better understanding going to the final year of university in terms of working on the real world. And I think the biggest thing for me was working in the real world while in university. It gave me an essence of working in the real world in terms of the struggles that an ethnic person will have to go through. I was on site and I was told to tell people who are 3 years older than me how to do the things and check their quality, and it was really a big sparking experience for me, because I was like ashamed telling someone who's much older than me to work as an engineer to how to do their work. And I felt a sense of, for the first time, I said racism. And it was a big experience for me. So inshallah, when I went to third year, I had more determination and I had a bit more edge about myself because of that placement year. I had a bit of edge compared to the when I went to the interviews. So that placement year was really, really important to me, and it's something that I would really push a lot of people. At the moment, when I speak to young Somalis, they're exactly the same place I was. They just want to finish university as soon as possible, not knowing that how difficult environment it is. I spoke to one young person the other day ago, and he said to me, I don't need to do a placement year, I just need to get it done as soon as possible. And I just looked at it thinking, that's me like a couple of years ago. I just knew, well, more than a couple of years ago, but I knew exactly how he felt. So what he didn't have, and also what I didn't have, was someone to tell him and to tell me, stop taking steps back. Do you know how the environment is? Do you know what you're going into? Do you know the racism? Do you know the difficulties? Do you know the work environment, how it is, as I mentioned in the first slide? So that's one of the things that I'm quite passionate about. What I went through, trying to make sure the Somalis, inshallah, don't have to go through that struggle, so they can have someone who can guide them in terms of what degree they're going for. So that's one of the key features, inshallah, why we decided to do this. Yes. So unfortunately, when I did graduate, there was the recession time, 2009. Construction was on a down, and I picked construction. When I went to university, they said construction is the best degree you can have. When I finished in my third year, they said it's the worst degree you can have at the time. It was the recession time, and first ones to go was graduates, the first ones to go. So I had to make a plan, inshallah, in terms of job hunting. I filled out almost 200 applications. There was on the Daily Mail, there was an article that said a young person, it's not something funny, but a young person committed suicide. She filled out 200 applications and she got rejected 200 times. I looked at that and I said, I filled out 300, and my mom told me to keep going. So I was quite shocked at that. So in terms of what you have to do, you have to be proactive and not reactive. That means that you don't just apply for a job that's just there. You literally have to go and look for the job yourself. So what did I do? Well, I didn't. The only thing I could do, I started knocking the doors. Literally knocking on all the doors that are possible. So, next one. I made a list of all the construction companies in Birmingham. And, well, next one. So I made a list of all the construction companies in Birmingham. I laid them out in a Google map, and I mapped them out from my boss route, boss 14, from Rock, all the way to exactly where the companies were. So all I had was myself, my suit, and 20 CVs. So inshallah, when I'm knocking on all the doors, I didn't have any interview, I didn't have any meeting. I just went on knocking on all the doors, and the hardest barrier was the receptionist. The receptionist was having none of it. They didn't want you seeing anyone. Inshallah, my CVs, I gave it to them, it went straight to the bin. You can see them when I turn around, it went straight to the bin. Well, alhamdulillah, preservation, I continue, and alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah, I got 2 job offers because of that. So that's going back to the message. You have to be proactive and not reactive, just sitting and waiting for a job to come. You have to literally go knocking on the doors of the companies. And that's what I've done. I think that's one of the key things I was surprised at. One of them even asked me when can I start, and I said, I'll put my suit on, I can start today. And wallahi, they were shocked, and they were thinking they've never seen anything like this. So I literally went on knocking on the doors. I didn't know, because I knew as a young Somali, you are starting the race maybe 10 meters behind. With all the factors that are against you, realistically, you can't be too naive. The real world is you are starting, you don't have a connect, your parents are not in the field that you're working, so I've got no one to recommend you. I don't know anyone in the field, again, so I've got no one to recommend you. So as a Somali, you have to go. You literally, in the interview, when they asked me, can you do the work, I had to say, not only can I do the work, I'm the best at the work, because I know that 3 or 4 other guys waiting for the next interview. So you're competing about 20 people, so you have to, as a Somali, you have to literally fly to get the job. Unfortunately, this is the real world. You have to go beyond just to get the job. And sometimes the interview stage is harder than the job. Alhamdulillah, once you get the job, you're thinking this is so easy. So you're thinking, they made me jump through hoops just to get a job. But alhamdulillah, I got 2 job offers. One was in Bristol, and one was in Birmingham. And living in Birmingham, alhamdulillah, I took the Birmingham job. So that's when I got the job, I kept telling the young people in the field, make sure that you have a lot of confidence about you. Maybe I'm not transparent confidence right now. In the interview, make sure you have a lot of confidence about you, because you are competing with maybe 10, 20 guys who's got connects, there was one instance where I was sitting in the interview room and I asked, the other guy asked him, what brought you here? And he said, well, the guy who's interviewing me, I'll live down the road from him. So part of this process, there's no joke, I've been through so many funny interviews. And he said to the guy in the interview, he said, well, we can car share it. But eventually, I think he got the job, obviously. So there's so many instances. So I'm trying to tell the young people, inshallah, you need to literally fly just to get the job. I'm not saying you have to be the best, but make sure you put a lot of effort in terms of getting the job. So my current role, I'm a civil engineer quantity surveyor. I work on an 845 Birmingham Airport extension. Alhamdulillah, it's really good now. But when I was on site, it's quite muddy. It's quite good to I'm currently working for Network Rail, EC Harris, as the quantity commercial manager. Assessing, it's quite ironic. Just this week, I'm assessing some of the companies that rejected me. I'm assessing their bids for the framework that they're bidding for like £300–400 million work. And I think if you see the directors and the senior management are shaking, the question I asked them, they are literally shaking. I'm asking them, your bid is not good enough, I'd like it better. I'm throwing it back in their face. And these are some of the companies that rejected me as an interview online. And it's quite ironic, and I quite laugh at that. And when you see these high directors, high big managers shaking such they are, then I said to myself, I don't know why I was nervous in the interviews. These guys, they breathe the same air as me. You're going to be surprised how these big managers, when they want to bid for a job. Alhamdulillah, I work for the client side this time, just to explain there's contractors and there's clients. I work for EC Harris and Network Rail, we are on the client side. So all the contractors who build in and do those civil engineering, they have to bid for work. And at the moment, they're going through a bidding stage in April, where they're going to award 4 or 5 contracts worth £500 million across the Midlands. And I've been chosen to be part of the panel to assess the bids, to assess their technicality and the costing of it. And we've been going through a lot of interviews with all these companies, and it's all the companies that rejected me. So I'm thinking I'm going to give my head a hard time, inshallah. So that's my experience. And the final word is, don't give up. Just change strategies, but just don't give up. You need to, you guys, we are Somalis here. We're not going to give up suicide just because we don't have a job. If someone's applying for 200, you've got to do that apply for 400. So you can't give up. You've just got to trust in Allah. Don't lose focus. Always You know, as soon as you're chasing the studio, remember as the Sheikh said, you're chasing so much, but it's still going to be further away. So just keep yourself focused, inshallah, and inshallah will, you know, guide you to the right path. Be true to yourself, be humble, and try to help those who are coming up. And that's my speech, inshallah. I'm going to try to translate the next speech, which is well for his experience. So, jazakallah.